Cool. We're going live on YouTube and we're going to go live on Facebook and we are going to go live on TikTok as well. So I'm trying to be a clever dick this evening. Hello everyone, how you doing? I believe I'm live on TikTok and Facebook and YouTube, so hopefully it's going to work. So if you are watching this, hello, hope you're well. And I'd love to know which country you're watching from. So we've got people from all over the world fighting in HKA Fight Night 13. So I'm really excited and really looking forward to putting this event on. And the reason I want to do these lives is so many people ask me about Fight Night and what goes on and behind the scenes. So what I thought I would do today and over the next 4 or 5 days is kind of share a little bit more about the Fight Night and a little bit more about the background, rather than just going, we've got loads of fights on and it's going to be amazing, which we have got loads of fights on, it's going to be amazing. However, I really want to, upside down. Hold on. Right, let me sort that out. The camera didn't turn around, so let's just do that. There you go. Well, at least that'll be interesting for the TikTok viewers. So there you go. I'm now the right way up, and that's really just put me off. So rather than doing like a 5-hour live, I'm going to try and do them a little bit shorter, like 10 minutes. And there's a few things I want to talk about. So today is going to be about the full contact world. And a lot of people say that full contact's dead or it's dying in the UK. It's certainly not where it used to be. However, I'm extremely proud to say that we've got 9 full contact above the waist kickboxing fights on. We've got 10 K1 and we've got 3 boxing. So I want to talk about the full contact this evening. And then tomorrow I'm going to talk about supporting the local and the price of the event, and mainly the Hastings, Bexhill and Eastbourne crowd that are going to be coming over, because to me they're still local. And then night after that, I'm going to be talking about the other clubs that are supporting. So from further away, we've got 5 or 6 different countries. So we've got all over the UK, Essex, Birmingham, and further afield. We've also got Scotland, Portugal, France, and the USA travelling over to compete and watch the event, which is good. Then I want to talk about European world titles that we've got on, and a few other bits and pieces as well. And then after that, I want to talk about what it takes to be a fighter and a promoter and how much goes on and what gets in the way, what's involved, the pressures and the stresses. Because a lot of people just think, oh, you put fights on, and you always hear about the little bit of the drama. So I just thought I'd go into it a little bit deeper, because I get asked this pretty much every single day. So I thought this would just be a really cool way of covering it as well. So if you are watching wherever you are in the world, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Just put that in the comments, whether it be Hastings, Bexhill, UK, Ireland, Portugal, America, wherever, Philippines. I'd be really interested to know. Right, full contact. So first of all, I want to say, over the last couple of months, I've been putting this card together, and all we do is constantly look for matches, and that's a good match, put it together. And then people say, no, I don't want to fight him, or he's too heavy, or he beat him last time. So all I do for about 2 months is match, fight. And you kind of lose track of what the card is going to look like, because you are so involved in trying to put the right, or I am personally so involved in trying to get the right fights together. And then about a month out, you put a card together and we kind of go, yeah, that looks all right. But I still don't look at the card, because I just want to make the best card I can. And I'll probably get too emotional with it. I'll probably get too personally involved with it rather than just put a card on. But I generally want to try and put the best card on I can, with the best fighters, and give the best promotion that I physically can, i.e. it's in a theatre, it's not in a sports hall, there's 1,000+ seats, it's all seated, we've got a 20-foot ring, it's on the stage, all the fighters have separate entrances, separate warm-ups, etc. So I try and do the absolute very best I can to put on the best show I can. And then about 2 weeks earlier, we then start putting the card together, and I start looking at it, and we start kind of working out orders and left and rights and all that kind of stuff. And then last week we put the card together, and for the first time ever, I looked at the card and I was like, that's a pretty good fucking card, that. Do you know what I mean? Like, when you look at every individual fight that hasn't pulled out, that's managed to get through, I sit back and go, that's an incredible fight. And I'm really proud of myself and I'm proud of the team and everyone that's been supporting it. And the reason I'm so proud of it is, I'll go back to the kickboxing, is full contact isn't what it was 10 years ago, and people have said it's dead. It's not dead. We've got 9 full contact kickboxing above the waist fights, and we've got some of the best in the country, if not the world, fighting on this show. What did I do to my head? I had a skin infection, a bit of dry skin, so they freeze it with some spray, and I just wanted to look like Nelly. If I take it off, there's a horrible scab, so I thought the plaster looked like a scab. But thank you for asking. You love my hair, thank you. Lack of it. Anyway, back to the card. So we've got 9 kickboxing full contact, we've got 10 K1, and we've got 3 boxing. And the other thing is as well, we could have matched 50, 60 fights, but it would have meant, I mean, that's too big a card for one, but that also would have meant padding it out with lots of boxing, or too many K1 or too many children. Now, there's nothing wrong with loads of kids fighting, but this is an adult evening event to me. It's on the main stage, it's in the theatre, it's in the evening. So it should be an adult evening. So I like putting children on, and I like giving youngsters the opportunity to grow and get on the main stage, and at a young age get ready to understand what full contact, evening show, floodlights, your name on a microphone, all that kind of stuff. But it's an evening show, it's an adult show, so it's good to have a few on, but not too many. And it can get very easy just to kind of get sidetracked to go, yeah, okay, cool, we'll stick them kids on, and then you end up with 15 kids events. And there's nothing wrong with them. Some of the kids are more exciting to watch than the adults, but they're not going to bash 10 bells out of each other, which is what some people want to see as well. So it's kind of getting the mix about right. So we've got a couple of juniors on, which I'm going to go through in a minute, but not too many. And we've got 3 boxing on as well. I mean, I could have built a whole nother card just for boxing, but I'm not a boxer. I used to box, not a boxer anymore. I don't want a boxing show. If I wanted a boxing show, I'd put on a boxing show. So for me, it's about the kickboxing, it's about the K1, it's about the martial arts. I love boxing. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with boxing. I generally love boxing, but kickboxing is much better. Sorry, it's just the way it is. It's like rugby is better than football. It's just a better sport. It's just the way it is. And rugby players don't get paid as much as they should. So let's talk about the full contact kickboxing above the waist, which we are super excited about. And this is what I'm talking about when we talk about this. We've got Tom Banks from Milton Keynes coming down. The first time he supported us on a show, so we're really looking forward to having him and one of his fighters on. Again, Zachary Evans from the Falcons. The Falcons always bring a good crowd. They're always really respectful. They're always really noisy, which we love. And they bring a lot of fun to the event, which is great. And we'll always have them on the show. But at the same point, they always have phenomenal fighters. So if you've ever watched any of Mark's guys and Kate's guys fight, they are wicked kickboxers. So that's going to be a cracking fight. So I know Banks, Tom, trains his guys hard, and he trains his guys well. So that's a junior fight, but again, high level juniors, which I promise you, you'll sit there and go, wow, that's pretty cool. After that, we've got Marcus, again from Pegasus Kickboxing, against our very own Jesse Matten. They're 13 and they're man-childs. They are 80 kilos and they're 13 years old. So they hit as big as men and they're 13 years old. So again, it's a junior bout, but Jesse's bigger than me. I mean, I know that's not difficult, but you know, he's 5'8", 5'9", and he's 80 kilos and the boy can hit. And so can his opponent because he's the same size and same weight. So you don't normally get many 13-year-olds that size. However, we found 2 in the country and we've put them together. So that's going to be Jesse's first ever evening show event. And I believe it is Pegasus Young Man's first ever event as well. So again, we're really looking forward to getting them into the ring and seeing what they can produce because it's going to be brand new to them as well, which is exciting. Then we've got Kira Williams, UFA, versus Millie Greenfield from the Star. Again, both of them will bring a big crowd. Both of them will bring a noisy crowd, which is cool. Both girls are talented and they have fought before. This is a grudge match, so this will be one not to miss. If I'm honest, I can't remember who won. Sorry. But I do know there was quite I can't even say it. You know, both camps thought they'd won, let's put it that way. So this is it isn't a home show for either girl. this is nothing I want to talk about. Home show. A lot of people say, for example, if you're coming to fight our guys, it's our local show. I mean, it is our local show. However, all the judges from Birmingham. So I don't put my guys on the judging panel. I don't have Hastings and Eastbourne people there to judge and officiate, and or they're from Hastings, so they're definitely going to win. If anything, we've got the harder fights. We've picked hard fights. We've got challenging fighters, which I'll get to in a minute. And it won't be a home show win because all the judges are from Birmingham. So they've got no loyalty to me and they've got no loyalty to my fighters or whatsoever. So this is going to be really nice because both girls, they're not on their home turf. They're not local and the judges are not local either. So it's going to be, hopefully, a fairly judged fight, which they all are, if I'm honest. Not once, I think, have we had anyone really complain about the judging because, again, we have the ICO come in. They all have courses. They all have to go on training. They all have to understand how to judge fights, which is really important at this level, I think. So that's really, really important. Then we've got a few kickboxing, a few K1 and a few boxing. Our next kickboxing fight is Tilly Tyson from UFA versus our Claudia Stone. Now, they did fight at the Worlds 5 or 6 years ago, and we did win. Now, it wasn't an easy win. It wasn't a clear, we smashed it. But Tilly's going to be coming back for revenge down to our home show. Both girls have matured. Like I said, it was 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago. So there's going to be some grudge in there. We know that Tilly is a kicker. We know that she's improved massively since last time we fought. So has Claudia as well. So that's going to be a really interesting fight. We know both girls want to have a tear up. Claudia loves to tear up. We know Tilly's not scared of a fight either. But we also know Tilly's got very good legs. So, that's going to be... It's going to be a hard fight for us. I'm going to be honest. It's going to be a bit of a battle. It's going to be a bit of a challenge. So again, we are looking forward to that as we get in the ring and go to war, which is going to be really, really cool. Then we got a few more K1, another couple of boxing, and then we've got the world title. It is a K1 Pro world title. It's my first ever world title fight that I've put on, and it's a proper world title. Drew Gigax is coming over from the USA. It's sponsored by HKA USA. Nick is kindly paying for some of the event to happen, which is otherwise it wouldn't happen without them. So without them, it wouldn't be happening. But Drew is a phenomenal fighter. He's very strong. He's fighting Charlie O'Neill from First Legion. Again, an extremely talented. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I got confused with the other fight, didn't I? My bad. Apologies. Kira and Millie haven't fought. I got that completely wrong. It was the other two girls. This is why I shouldn't do shit like this, because I get confused a little bit. I get hit in the head a lot. But I think I caught that right. I think I read that as it popped up as I went through. Sorry. Can't be perfect all the time, right? This is why most people don't do lives like this. Anyway, back to the world title. So yeah, Drew Gigax versus Charlie O'Neill. Both of them world class, a proper world title where they're both coming to do the business. But it's nice to have the USA coming over rather than, say, an English versus an Irishman for a world title. So I'm extremely proud to be putting that on. Followed by our next kickboxing junior fight is Harry Nutt versus Tate from the Warriors. Again, two extremely talented young men. I've seen them both fight. They're both strong. They've both got a very good record, and they're both extremely charged for this fight. I've spoke to both the instructors as well, and I know they're both well up for it. So that's going to be a good one to watch. So that's going to be a Midlands area title fight. Again, it's not either of their homegrown grass. They are both out of area. And again, we will make sure the judges get rotated on that one to make sure that it's been fairly judged, fairly reffed. But again, I know both lads really want to win. And that's going to be a very, very interesting fight to watch. So that's going to be really cool. A few more local fights, a few more K1, a few more boxing as well, or one more boxing. And then we've got back to full contact kickboxing again. Adam David from Titan over in Eastbourne versus our very own Richie Davis. Again, both good lads. They're both fairly new to the scene of full contact, sponsored by Bombshell. Again, both lads are good fighters, and it's going to be a good fight to watch. Both talented boys in and out of the ring. They've both trained very, very hard. I know Richie's been training hard. I'm going to assume Adam's been training hard. So we're looking forward to have that, and we're looking forward to having the Titan guys on as well. Then we've got Lucas coming over from France against Aaron Kingsley from TKMA. Again, both really good kickboxers. I haven't seen much of Aaron, I'm not going to lie. However, I have seen a lot of Lucas, and I had the pleasure to watch him fight November, I think, last year. And he is one of the most fluid, talented kickboxers I've ever seen. He's light on his feet, he's got good movement, he's got good kicks, he's got good combinations. I don't want to say lack strength, because he doesn't lack strength at all. He's a powerful fighter. But when I watched him, I was just like in awe as to how it was like water in the ring, watching him move about. So I'm really looking forward to seeing him come over, be on the show, and put on a good kickboxing performance, which would be an international contest. A few more K1, another pro K1. Then we've got Driss from the same gym as Luca from France, Fabrice's lads. Again, Fabrice trains them hard, pushes them hard. I know he trains them at a very high level. So we're looking forward to that against Callum Hillsdown. Again, you all know Callum, you all know how good he is, and you know how well he's performed over the last couple of years. But we know Driss is particularly powerful and a very strong fighter, and I think he's taller than Callum as well. So we know it's going to be a challenging fight. We know it's going to be a tough one. We're not going to be able to sit comfortably. We know we've got to go to town on it. So we're looking forward to that and seeing what the French can bring over. And then for me, probably, apart from the world title, the biggest exciting one I'm looking to watch is Pierre is coming over to fight Leon Dunnett for a ICO light cruiserweight European title. Both lads are insane. Pierre's got like, I don't know, 11 fights, 11 wins, something ridiculous. Leon pretty much wins everything he turns his hand to. He won at the Worlds a few months ago. When we used to fight on the circuit when we was younger, no one would fight him. You would match it up. You would go, yeah, 70 kilos, 10 fights, 8 wins, whatever his record was at the time. And then you'd give the name, and then they'd go, nah, not fighting him, pulling out, he'll kill me. I've probably watched 30 people pull out from Leon. So he's had, he got married, had kids, had some time off. If he didn't get married, apologies, but no idea, but I think he got married. Anyway, he moved on with his life, and then he's come back last year, and he is the sharpest I've ever seen him. He is the neatest I've ever seen him. They've sold over 100 tickets, and that, again, the CKA army, they always bring a fun, loud, very supportive crowd. So we're really looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to everyone coming down, really, if I'm honest. I think all of you bring decent crowds. I'm quite thankful that we work with a load of decent people and not a load of dickheads. So I'm really thankful for the amount of people that are coming and support him to the event. But yeah, that Pierre versus Leon is going to be an absolute war. Both lads are some of the two best kickboxers on the planet in my head. And yeah, it's going to be a really, really good kickboxing, full contact, above the waist fight to watch, which I'm really excited about. I just want to say a massive thank you to all our sponsors, our trophy sponsor, A1 Quality Home Care, Bombshell Tan, Dream Machine Events, Viper Motorcycles, Upstrider, HKA USA, and Sublime Catering so far. So if anyone else wants to sponsor it, there's still an opportunity just to kind of jump on. We've got a couple of fight sponsors left if you want it. So that's all the kickboxing. That's the card. Sorry, I got the rematch that's not a rematch messed up. I can't remember everything. I am only human, and this is a good reason to keep your guard up. We get punched in the headlock. So there you go. Tomorrow, I'm going to be waffling on about something else. If you've got a fight night ticket and you are local, do not forget, Drew's instructor, Quinten O Brian, he has kindly said he's going to come and do a K1 seminar on the Thursday evening at HKA at 7:45. If you've got a HKA ticket, it is completely free. We will put it in the comments below. It will be on Facebook, YouTube, and all over my pages. So if you've got a fight night ticket, then it's completely free. Anyone can come to it. There is limited spaces, so it'd be really good to see you there. Come along and train with a world champion who might win another world title, or a world title contender, trained by one of the best instructors on the planet, but also get to see how the Americans from across the pond teach their K1 skills as well, which we're really looking forward to get involved in. And plus, they'll be able to be pictures and meet the team and all that kind of stuff. And if you haven't got a fight night ticket, why not? But you can pay 15 quid on the door or on the booking system if there's any spaces left. So if you've got a ticket, it's completely free. Just book on the booking system. Hopefully Sade will drop it in the comments. I think, yeah, I've seen it go up, which is cool. It's completely free. If you're thinking about coming, then just buy a ticket and then come along anyway, because it will just make it half price. If not, you can pay 15 quid and book on the booking system and do it that way. So there you go. Thank you for watching. I've waffled on for 20 minutes now. So it's longer than 10 minutes. Yeah. Fight Night 13, it is our biggest card ever. It's like my first ever European and world title that I've ever put on, a proper one. It's not filled up with children or boxing. It is a proper kickboxing, full contact K1 event, which I'm extremely excited. Now, hopefully most of the shit is over. Looking forward to getting on with the show. So thank you for watching. Take care. And I'll see you tomorrow night at 9 o'clock for another live. Ta-da! Let's press that one. And now I'm the right way up. And let's end these ones. See you later, guys. Take care. Thanks for watching. I never know how to end. There it is over there.